How you guys doing? Got some laundry list items for you here before we get started. I do want to switch my audio real quick, so bear with me a moment. Okay, we should be good now. So, oh yeah, the audio, the mic was on at the last second. The mic was on the whole time, and I'm an asshole. So you got a musicless intro. I'm a dick. I had an extra 2 hours to prepare for this. I didn't even check that part. So sorry. Had I known it was a silent intro, yeah, sorry about that. Haha. A couple other pieces of a laundry list things, some items. All respect to Michael and retro blasting. I did not want to overlap this, but it's 2 hours on. I wanted to get this. I'm sure you heard breathing. I'm sure you did because the mic was on. Okay, so you're good. You're all right. Welcome, one and all. I'll get to everyone in chat here in a second, but it was vaping as well. You basically heard silent. I feel like a real creep. But I do want to say, all respect to Michael. I don't like overlapping streams. When I saw that he announced his, I was like, well, mine was already scheduled. I'll push it back. But after 2 hours, I'm like, I've been set up for about an hour now, and I need to get this done. So, um, no shade, no nothing. I just need to get this done. And anyone who's coming over, thank you for being here. But want to be clear that if with Michael still going, I respect your time. So I see Jesse Hughes and Ian Sweeney and Suze, and I think I said Jesse Hughes. I did. Bjorn Jorgensen. I see James Salzberg. Hi. I see Jim Largo. I see Kieran Ball, who I know is making a sacrifice time wise to be here, so I appreciate that. Um, and I see Daniel Dorian as well, and James Salzberg here saying okay to overlaps the random stream. Fair enough. Um, I definitely get that, but at the same time, I wanted to be there. I want to support Michael. It's a thing. So I'm glad everyone's here, but again, don't want to mess anybody. Obviously, feel like a Comic Con. I mean, that vibe though, right? That vibe though. Ben, nice to see you as well. Um, so I've got a smattering of items that have been piling up since basically Christmas and New Year's. Just a few things here and there, things that need to be unboxed. On the title card, it does say would be unboxing Final Faction. That's a lot of packages, and I know I'm not going to have the time for that. So if you came for that specifically, I apologize. I also cheated. Anything that has a box that has tape on it, I've already cut the tape so that we'll minimize the fluff here. Okay. I also wanted to give you guys an update on the microphone situation. So the mic I'm using here, you can kind of see the dead cat here and then there. Um, I did finally receive the replacement for my wireless lapel mic. It is working fine. I will be using that on pre-recorded and feature videos the majority of the time moving forward. So to anyone who was distraught about the audio quality of this mic, it was never meant to be a permanent solution for the recorded stuff. But for live streams, I'll be using this because it's easier for me to use in that regard. Less likely to like knock it off and have it on the floor, which is probably what caused the issue with the wireless mic in the first place. So, all of that said, um, I also want to say that the secondary reason for this was to give you guys first crack at participating in this FAQ/AMA video that I'm going to be pre-recording. I already gave the opportunity to patrons who gave me a lot of guidance on what they were going for, and then I created this survey based upon um, their answers. And I said, well, based upon what they want to know, we'll kind of guide people in that direction. So, if you want to know where to go, there's a pinned message at the top of the chat. But also, here is the actual link, and I can call it up at any time if someone needs it. So, let me pull back here, and then we'll get started. Let's unbox some likes. I'm right there with you there, Badger. I'm right with you there, buddy. And Scuba Pete, hello. It's wonderful to see you, my friend. You and your BritBox addiction. Welcome. Kieran Ball says, that's the Iceman that people purchase for their Spider-Man Amazing Friends custom group. Correct. And that's why I have him. I've got the retro carded Spidey that's well sought after, thanks to Jim Largo, which thank you for passing on the savings on that one. And also I have the Firestar, which is one of the first Marvel Legends figures I bought in earnest as a collector. So now I have this guy, and I've been dragging my feet on that figure for a while. So the idea being that, okay, I found one that was a reasonable price. They weren't fluctuating that much. I'm like, I'm just going to pull the trigger. I did. I'm happy I did it. I'll be pulling them out here shortly. So let's get some toys unboxed. So again, you guys know where the survey is. You can fill it out anytime. The deadline for that I haven't decided yet. Hmm, probably end of the week or something, so I can shoot it over the weekend for release. I don't have a feature video ready for Thursday. I'm gonna try to get that done tomorrow, depending upon what it's going to be about. I have about 6 different things it could be. I don't know which idea I'm going with yet, but I have some time tomorrow. I should be able to um, record it and get that done for you. So Ben, the reason that I'm live and in the chat is that I have my original YouTube channel, my very first one from 2006 is also called Grindhead Jim, and when I had to create a bot for use, I just used that one. So it's not meant to be confusing. Um, I just can't use the same account for automated messages and stuff like that. That's all that is. So sorry, you're not seeing double. There's just one me. There's just one me. Scuba Pete says, I got Marvel Legends Peggy and Captain from Amazon for $36. Could be another rabbit hole. It really is. It is. So be very, very, very careful. So, all right. Spoilers. All right, took this guy out of the package, and I have some criticisms about this. Jim Salzberg came into some extras on these and was able to ship them at no additional cost to himself, which I'm very grateful for. It's a very kind thing to do. So I won't go any further into that story because, culpability, plausible deniability. So this is Barbecue from the G.I. Joe Classified series. I am not going full tilt in on classifieds, but I like a lot of the figures, and there's certainly criticisms that I have of the line and some of the figure choices that are made, like Roadblock back here. I don't like the Nerf guns, I don't like the laser guns, but some of the figure sculpts are pretty cool, even if they don't evoke to me the original figures. Okay, so this Barbecue overall is a great figure. I like him. He's got some problems. Probably some heat gun action or some hair dryer would do the trick. His legs like to do this thing where they just kind of pop down in his like the way that they're connected is extremely odd. It's not modular at all. Um, so that's a problem, but that's a manufacturing issue. Otherwise, the figure is quite nice. I like him very much. He comes with a backpack. So here's where some criticisms come in. This peg is the only thing attaching him to his back, with the hole being right here, which you have to line up with this vest that's on him. And it doesn't go in very easily. I need to heat up that hole and get that right. And there's this peg on the side of the backpack for use with the hose for his little gun, little flamethrower or whatever it is. That already is showing signs of wear just from trying him out for 10 minutes. So I'm not real pleased with that. Ooh. And I already have some stress marks. I doubt you can see this, but there's some stress marks already on the handle from trying to put them in, even though I heated up the hands to put the gun in his hand. So when he makes his final, uh, move to display, I'm going to heat up his hands. I'm going to decide which items are going to make it into his hands, and they're probably never going to leave his hands because he is a fragile, fragile, special boy, which is whatever. That's fine. So you got this hose. that connects to this backpack and the end of where'd it go? This gun. Now his gun fits nicely into a holster here on his leg, which is rather nice. No problems there. Very nice. This axe, there's a little thing for it. I'm not going to use it right now because it itself is rather stressed out. And then there's this really nice big old axe. He's got a hatchet and an axe, which are very nice. I like them very much. So I think that this could have been a hell of a lot worse. It's very traditional to the original character. I think there's some manufacturing issues, but that's nothing new for Hasbro. Let's be honest. So I'm just gonna tag him and bag him, let him kind of do his thing, and be okay with it. Because first of all, it was a gift; it didn't cost me anything. And two, I like the character. Three, it's pretty good. It's pretty damned good. So we'll put him right there. Get rid of this. Catch up on chat here. I'm seeing some Action Force talk, which is why I'm getting into these, frankly. Yeah, the retro Spider-Man is fetching insane prices everywhere. So the fact I was even able to see one in person, let alone hold it in my hands, let alone have it at retail price, that's amazing. That almost means more to me than the Mezco Spider-Man that he gave me as a gift, because that's such a rare figure. It was one I wanted the most. So very cool. Love barbecue. Keep the big on the lower shoulder. Yeah, you can do it on the backpack. I forgot to mention that. Thank you. It's a great figure. My particular one's gotta do the whole thing. Marinate for 24 hours, then grill. That's pretty much what I'm going to have to do. Is heat him up really well and be kind to his poorly machined parts. This here is Roadblock. It's not really Roadblock though. It's a cool figure. It's cool. I don't think that's Roadblock. The guns are an absolute waste. So let me open her up and show you what he's got if you haven't seen him, and then tell you what I'm going to do. So, and we'll just open that up. All right. Okay. So, oh shit. Okay. Already I see a problem. He has got little teeny tiny sunglasses. So I'm putting them right there. We're not going to pull a clamp champ with this fucking thing. All right, we're not doing that. Those of you that saw my very first big unpackaging stream will know exactly what I'm talking about. So this is a cool looking gun. It has no real purpose. So what I intend to do is take these flanges off the front altogether. Like, be very careful, skillfully, carefully cut these off, and then melt down the edges to get it nice. Try to fashion using these some sort of a makeshift tripod, using this in styrene, and then kind of just fake this as something else. So it looks a bit more like a traditional gun, like futuristic gun, but like a gun. And like, this is nicely machined, but it's a laser gun. No, that's not Jack Joe. It's not what I want. That's okay though. Still a great figure. Come out of that roadblock. Hey man, I'm sitting here in the package, and I'm waiting for you to see that I am here. Don't you agree? I don't know. I didn't think that one through. Poses great out of the package. I'm not worried about him very much. He seems a lot sturdier than barbecue, by comparison. At least my barbecue. Okay. Definitely needs some heating up, so I'm not gonna go too nuts. I'll try to put these sunglasses on him. I'll try. Oh yeah, these don't even go on him, do they? Nope. The earpiece really screws with the sunglasses. What's the point of these sunglasses if they don't actually go on his head properly? What is that about? Is there a hole that they're supposed to go in? Aha, yes, there are. All right, so the machining actually kind of works out. There's a hole in the earpiece, for that to go in, which I actually really, really like. So everything I said about it being crap, that actually looks really cool. It works. It even shines like some sunglasses a little bit in the right light. So that's actually pretty cool. Um, Not a lot on offer here. He's got permanently affixed grenades that don't come off. He's got a backpack hole, but all he comes with is this gun. That's really all there is to him, which is like, it's fine. But when you pair him with some action force weapons and accessories, he's going to look pretty badass. Um, Probably going to just paint his entire shirt top here, all of it black, just to get away from this gaudy digital camo thing they've got going here, and also this GI Joe star thing. It's just really stupid. So we're gonna pretend like that's not there. But the core figure looks really cool. It's a good sculpt, good articulation. I just don't like the weapon choice. It's problematic. So this, to me, again, to me, this is not Roadblock, but a very cool and welcome 6-inch military figure. Jesse, he says he wears those sunglasses at night. You're right, man. Sometimes I can't see. Um, why the heck are modern toys of blooming fragile used to beat the hell of my action man back that they wouldn't break? Exactly. There you go. Feels like it belongs to. Feel like it belongs on an Alien Covenant weapon. Halo, good reference. Scuba Pete, I gotta call this out. Now the Cobra is in the run. Time to go bake some buns. Yeah, there you go. That'll work. You bought the 50 cal? Yeah, yeah. I need a big collection of 50 caliber guns. That's kind of my moniker for my drumming days. So kind of feels like I should have 50 caliber weapons. It's also my favorite machine gun of all time, Browning. Absolutely, by far, my favorite, the best. Butterfly triggers for life, for sure. Ha ha. Um, Mods, those things that are clearly spam, you can just you hide them from chat forever because they're not real people. So good job on that. I just want to call out if it's obviously not a real person, just hide it, immediately ban it. I don't care. Fuck them. Uh, what to do next? What to do next? I guess we can switch it and go to the Star Wars here. I've got OG Boba Fett vintage collection and OG Darth Vader from the Rogue One version of the card back. I am saving the card backs. I am not saving the bubbles. So we'll get right to work on this. Darth Vader being by far my favorite Star Wars character. I think I've told the story about how I dressed up as him for Halloween for like 3 years in a row or something. Kept the same Halloween costume. Um, I remember my mom brought me home a knockoff lightsaber that was green, and this is around the time of Jedi. And the knockoff had the Darth Vader surrogate holding green with the knockoff Luke holding red, which is a way around copyright, I suppose. I was very distraught because, all kudos to my mom. She followed the instructions that are on the picture, like which one to get, and I really wanted a Sith one. I wanted a red lightsaber. You know, um, it's a whole thing. Heavy artillery robot from better pickup is hard to find. Well, considering that these were extras that were gifted to me, I'm not going to complain, but I agree the heavy artillery roadblock's a pretty good find as well. Let's go as well. Yes, these are great. I sought these out in particular. I felt that these were the best starting point uh, for the Bespin um, outcome I am going for. I figure if I can get these two guys, be pretty cool. So I remember getting this in the mail and thinking I had been hoodwinked. I didn't see the soft goods cape, but here it is. It is beautiful. It's a beautiful figure. He looks great. He even has like that little tinge of orange in his eyes, a la the original Star Wars, and they brought it back a little bit for um, Rogue One as well. And they hide the articulation so well. I didn't think he was articulated, but damn, look at this. This is great. This is just this is the Darth Vader figure I always wanted as a kid. So I give him a lot of credit for all that. That this is really cool stuff. I'm not gonna sit here and play with him forever, but it's just really cool to have a Darth Vader hanging out with his soft goods cape, doing his thing. Great looking figure. Great looking figure. Just amazing. Love this guy to death. How many figures do I need left for the Bestman display? I mean, that's a good question. Um, Honestly, a lot. I need. I want to get a bunch of vintage collection stormtroopers, like a lot, a lot. Like I'm talking like probably a dozen of those. I want to get at least like 8 to 10 Bespin guards. I want less Bespin guards than stormtroopers, but I definitely want a large contingent of those. I have Lobot and the new Lando Calrissian on pre-order. I need a Leia. I need a Luke, which I keep eyes on those all the time. Um, Need a 3PO. Need an R2D2. Like when I say this is just starting out, this really is just starting out. Like this is all I got. So, plus the Lando that you got me. I certainly have some other Star Wars figures that could probably um uh like put in a crowd or whatever, but no telling on that for sure. But but a ton, So there's a ton. Yeah, I'm very much aware of those 4 packs. I just haven't pulled the trigger on them just yet. Why does my broken Vader have arms? Because mine is unbroken Vader. Vader unbroken. You know. Ben Sutley says, "Wonder the same thing about the fragility. Watch Tony's new Action Force Hot Water. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I agree. Like all the heat is a thing with these new things. I also got to say I'm pretty proud of that cut. Like these bubbles come off very nicely with the razors. I'm very very pleased about that. So we'll move on to Mr. Fett here. Mm. Boba Fett, Boba Fett, man of mystery, but not so much anymore. So before anyone asks, I actually like the Book of Boba Fett series. It's not what I thought I wanted, but I like what I've got. I understand the criticism. I think it's valid, but I'm liking it just fine. I think there's aspects of that character that are very, 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 very cool. But I can understand why someone would be upset and not like it. And like I said, I think it's completely valid criticisms, and it's okay. So, all right. So, this is cool. He's got his little sashy boys, little deal. And then the jetpack can come off, which is very nice. And of course, it comes out with a bent rocket. I am not going to mess about and try to fix it here. I'm going to heat it up and bend it in place proper at some other time. There appears to be a holster for this pistol, so I'll put that in there. It is made of flexible plastic, which is nice. I'll just kind of gently get that in there if I can. It'll let me. There we go. There we go. Mr. Fett. Mr. Fett. Monsignor Fett. And of course, you got his. I call it. It's not. It's like a scout rifle, but it feels like a shotgun. The way he uses it sometimes. Put that over his shoulder for now. But there's your vintage collection Boba Fett. It's quite nice. It's quite nice. I agree with Suze. If you haven't already been, try refreshing. It should be good. Bum 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 bum. Uh, uh, Put him in a bag. Put him in a bag. Put him in a bag. My bag. Scuba Pete's kids getting married. Holy crap. Sounds awesome, though. Whoa. Yeah, here we go. So, bubbles. Bye-bye. Cards, you stay. Your nice cards. It's good cards. Nice cards. Speaking of hanging on to things that are made of paper, I guess I can show you this. Yeah, come on, get out, please. Don't fight me. I got this recently, along with some other instructions for various superpowers stuff, and it dawned on me that I didn't have a really reliable place to keep them. So I decided to find something. What I found. Sorry, I don't mean to yell at the mic. What I found are superpowers school folders from back in the day. Got a really good deal on them on eBay, and I'm going to get a binder to keep the folders in. Folders will keep the instructions inside, so it's like keep them protected, but it's like on brand, you know. Also, spoilers for the next episode of why I got this, or a future episode, I should say. Anyone tell me what this is? And these things that go with it? Anyone tell me what those are for? Anybody? Anybody at all? That's right. It's for Snake Mountain. Got me a Snake Mountain on the way. I also got an additional Dark Side Destroyer shell coming, which I'm going to be using as a basis for. I'm going to build my own custom Tower of Doom. Got Nerd Rage working on. We found a Dark Side helmet that was meant for figures. We're going to blow it up and make it so I can build this thing out. 'Cause I got a few ideas surrounding that. So that's a whole thing. But yes, it is for the Snake Mountain playset, correct. So basically, the playset that I got for $25 plus shipping. It's the shell. The only stickers that aren't good are the eyes. They're coming off, so I ordered some replacement stickers for it. It has half the bridge. It's got the snake. It's got uh, the overhead arch and the door. And the mic is there. Everything looks to be in good shape. But it was missing the net and the pegs for that, missing the actual trap door and the mechanism to hold that in. I was able to find a door with that latch included, but Nerd Rage is going to be 3D printing me some of those to send along with something else he was already sending. So yeah. Oh, no worries, man. No worries. No worries. Yes. Suze wrote a book called From Jill with Love. If you want to order it, you can go to jilltheripper.com. jilltheripper.com/buy now if you want to go straight to the listing. But yeah, you definitely want that. It is a historical fiction book. That's all I'm going to tell you. It's a light read, but a good read. Check it out. Check it out. No, we don't have any coupon codes yet. I'm not big enough for her to endorse me, so you got to pay the regular price. So now we're gonna debubble Bobby here. Mr. Bobby Iceman. Recently binge watched all of the 70s Spider-Man show with Nicholas Hammond in it. And I thoroughly enjoyed that. I actually saw one or two episodes I don't think I'd ever seen before. Because they're so sporadic to catch them. I found a YouTube video that had them all in one big long video. So I binged the heck out of them. Very, very. I was a kid again. The very first time I ever tried to be Spider-Man was watching that show. My mom gave me this uh like a knit rope. So it was like made out of yarn, but it was pretty strong. It was like Christmas colored for some reason. And I used that as my so-called web when I was swinging around the living room. Vivid memories of that shit. That's for sure. Mm. And as with many shows from the 70s and 80s, I thought I'd imagined it as a kid, only to see it come up on a USA Network marathon during Thanksgiving in the very early 90s. I want to say it was 91, 90 or 91. And we were going to be out of town, and my dad dutifully programmed the VCR for me to record it while we were gone, which was very cool. Did 2 VCRs we recorded it. And I still have those dubbed tapes. I'm kind of anxious to get a hold of those tapes and digitize them. Not so much for the show, which I have a good copy of now, um, but for the commercials that are on that tape. Because it was, wow, he's really posable right out of the gate. Like, this guy's got some heft. It's good. Here's his foot peg. Like, yeah, is that right? Will that work? Can I do it here? You gonna help me out, Bobby? Come on, Bobby. 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 Come on, dude. Ugh. I'm Iceman, motherfucker. It's cool. Very cool. It's a little lackluster, but I'm sure something can be built to make that really cool. No worries, Ian. Good night. Yep, they did release the Nicholas Hammond Spider-Man in UK cinemas back in the day. Yeah, I'm jealous of that. Ben Sutley says, "Heck yeah, Hammond Spider-Man's into superheroes, maybe more than Bruce Reeves." I would agree with that. For myself, I enjoyed the Christopher Reeves Superman very very much. Um, but Hammond's Spider-Man is probably my favorite of that era, anyway. I honestly don't know if this is a Bobby Valla design, but I wouldn't doubt it because it looks amazing and it really works. Like, if he designed this toy, it wouldn't surprise me because everything works on it out of the box. So, very cool figure. Very proud to have it in the collection finally. Yeah, I feel like the last thing I'm going to put on the shelf will be the Spider-Man and Amazing Friends thing. That'll be like the kind of coup de grace, if you will. Kieran asks if I'm going to remove the X-Men belt from Iceman. Probably not, because I like it personally. I know it's not part of the show, but he did have a belt in the show, so it felt like I like it personally. It breaks up the flow of the character in a good way. So no, I don't think we'll get rid of that. Roy says, "Oh, you have making friends with you, Spidey." The video release of that series. There is one actually. There's a UK DVD set. It's very inexpensive for what it is. I happen to have it, and I already digitized. What I did was I region stripped the DVDs, so I just watch it digitally on my computer. But I also have a region-free Blu-ray player as well. So not hard to get a hold of. If you want the link, I'll give you an Amazon link for that DVD set. It's totally worth it. Totally worth it. It's a great DVD set. Whoop. Take all the way. All right, good. All right, stack of cards. Stack of cards. Loki. Got retro card of Loki. Very happy to have this. This is my Loki for sure. I love Tom Hiddleston. Don't get me wrong. That's a very pretty man. But when I think Loki, this is what I think of. One of those bloody recessed ones that I don't like. Makes for a very dirty cut. Don't like very much. But they're nice cards. They're nice cards. Up to Loki himself. Now, what's funny is that you asked if I would remove the belt from Iceman. No, but I might remove this Kermit the Frog shit off his neck. I think it's ridiculous, personally. But very cool figure otherwise. He's got two daggers here that have nowhere to put them but hands, which is, it's whatever. If I can ever get to the damn tape, jeez. Oh! Ooh, almost lost that one. And that one. See, you guys watch this stuff, and some people chastise me why I don't pull accessories out of figures like Batman '89. I'm like, have you seen me with like stuff that costs like a third of it? Like, I break stuff. You got this very on-brand Loki head. It's a very nice figure for what it is. For a retro card, this has got a lot of stuff. And he also, right out of the box, is posing just beautifully. Just beautifully. Great figure. And on top of like being gaudy, this thing doesn't stay still. This Kermit the Frog thing. So when he goes up for display, we're taking that off. Taking that off. Yeah, it's a retro carded Loki. It's not horrible to get a hold of. I got it through Big Bad recently. And on the way, as of today, like I thought I'd pulled the trigger on the shipping, but I didn't. So they've been sitting there. Is a comic book retro carded Ultron and Flame On Human Torch. So I have the entire Fantastic Four line that just came out recently. So I'll be doing a video on them as soon as he arrives. That's part of why that hasn't been done yet, because he hadn't arrived yet. So, speaking of the Fantastic Four, they didn't put a figure in this. I'm just kidding. This is the Invisible Woman. Now, because essentially the only difference between this card back and the other one is that she's invisible on the back, I'm debating on keeping it. But this is the variant you can only get from Hasbro Pulse. Not a huge fan of what they did with it, but I like the idea of it enough that I decided to pull the trigger. I much prefer the alternate Human Torch that we got. I think he's a much more practical figure. I think that her clear plastic is a little bit too cloudy for my taste. I don't know what I really expected them to do, but it's okay. It's good. Mm. Ugh. Most of you were here for that very first depackaging stream that I had. Um, I have to say, like, not to toot my own horn, but I'm getting really good at this. The whole depackaging thing. Like, I know my weaknesses, I know my limits and stuff. Another compelling thing for this is that, eh, damn it, dropped her other hand, which is, of course, tiny. But what was I saying? Is that because you get two of the same figure, one's colored, one isn't. You get two of these invisibility effects. So if you want her to have two going up, you can, which is cool. Let's see if I can locate this hand right quick. Where is it? Oh, is that it? That is it. Okay, cool. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Would you just stay on the hook like I told you? Talking to this garbage bag now. Ooh. There it is. Come out. So dignified. Okay. It's little teeny tiny Sue Richards' hand. Okay. What are you seeing? Is it this? No. The hell is in the front that you're seeing? Oh, it's the cards. Figure out. Hey, look. If I flashed you, I mean, oh yeah, yes, I did with the light, huh? Sorry. All right, so back here. I guess I should show you guys the figure. Shit. But this is it. It's the exact same sculpt that we got a few months ago, but just invisible. I think it's too cloudy, but I can see why one might make that choice. So you can like see her, but not see her. But overall, pretty cool. She definitely needs uh, some heat treatment. Yeah, screw that figure, man. That I just shook my head when I saw that. I'm like, that doesn't. What? She has the same face sculpt as the one that just got the pre-orders went up in August. So the classic retro. So it's the exact same face sculpt. So if that's the one you're referring to, yes. If you ask Jim Largo, the answer would be yes. I don't have a problem with the face sculpt, but I understand. Boobs. Yes. Yes. Okay. So let's save that one. This is a Marvel Legends Cinematic Universe Infinity Saga Odin that Sue's got for me for Christmas, which I already opened and played around with them and put them back in the box while we were watching a movie. Well, okay. I have an argument for this one, Largo. If the 4 on her chest is not a layered thing, meaning that the actual emblem on the suit is in the fabric sublimated, the invisible woman you would not be able to see the 4. You wouldn't be able to see it. So I'll give them that. I'll give them that. I will give them that. Come on, bag. We had just a good thing going, you and I, garbage bag. Why you gotta screw with me now? Why you gotta be like that? Be nice to me. Be nice to me like Cousin Murray in Spaceballs. I see what you did there. It is a pretty good Christmas gift. He was a very good price, and she's like Christmas present, perfect. Brendan Haley, as I live and breathe. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. The 4 is invisible. I agree. 16-bit Pete. Thank you. Congrats on the premiere. Wish I was there. We wish you were there too. Pete is referring to the Game Chasers film, Adventures in Game Chasing premiere, which was a couple weeks ago. Had a great time. I haven't done a video on it yet, and honestly, that'll probably be my video this week. Honestly, because I haven't done one, and it needs to be done. Put your ass down. So that's gonna be the thing. Cat's being a dipshit, as cats do. So one great thing about Odin, regardless of which head you're using, his helmet, on or off, it's beautiful. It's a great figure, but you're not king, not yet. He's got his staff. If he has a staff meeting, he's got it right here with him, which is great. But yeah, we'll probably do the Game Chasers movie premiere vlog, which is not really a vlog because I didn't take any video at the event, but I have pictures and I can talk, and y'all know I love to talk. So we'll do that. Couldn't figure out what an uppets is. I mean, you know, the whole thing. The whole thing. Fair point. Could have sculpted the 4 on the whole team. They should have sculpted the 4. Yeah, they should have sculpted the 4, and therefore it would have been easier. However, in terms of cost, I get it. And bear in mind, I'm talking strictly speaking about the, like, in lore, like the 4 being part of the uniform. And it also answers the question for, like, manufacturing as well, I suppose. But yeah, it's good looking figure. And you know, who doesn't want an Anthony Hopkins figure in their damn collection? I do. That's why we got it. Pop him in his freezer bag, which, by the way, I neglected to make the Bobby Drake going into a freezer bag as Iceman joke earlier. So, just sorry, I missed that. I thought it, didn't actually say it. My bad. My bad. You talking about slurping sounds now? What the hell are you guys talking about? You get cat. Don't you bat at me. Hey, I will screw your day up. Yet. Now, when it comes to Marvel Legends figures, aside from the Spider-Man and his Amazing Friends, my most wanted figure, aside from a Hulk, obviously, was this suit of Iron Man. This is my Iron Man. I absolutely adored the comic where this came out. It's probably my favorite Iron Man comic book of all time. And the fact that they kind of screwed over Obadiah Stane in the movie kind of pissed me off. But this suit of armor, beast. The Iron Man Silver Centurion. Love this armor. Love this armor. Ben Stutley blames us, but he bought his first action figure in 14 years today. What did you get? I will do that photo shoot, sir. I will do that. I will do that. Jason Garcia says, "Sup, y'all? Kill it with the band t-shirts, Jim. I got a lot of them, dude. I can't not. I can't not. You don't even see the ones that I don't wear on stream. It just doesn't happen. So, let's see here. How can I get... Oh, duh. All right, it's one of those weird boxes. Okay. All right. And wow, there's a lot of stuff in here. That's kind of cool. I guess you could probably use it for diorama or something, but I'm not. I like the package, but I don't keep these ones. It doesn't really like talk about the origin of this particular suit either, which is odd to me. Because this suit has such a like really strong place in the lore. It didn't bother for some reason. But thank you to Jim Largo for making me aware that this existed. I didn't even know they made this figure. I was like, man, I really want that red and silver one. And he's like, oh yeah, it's right here. That's not how he sounds, by the way. But this has been one I've been after for a while. So when this arrived, I was like, oh yeah, buddy. I was like really into this. So we got some repulsor effects, which are very nice. We got more repulsor effects, 2 of these. We got some, I guess these would be pulse bolts. Pulse bolts, something like that. Maybe for his feet, I don't know. Quite nice. Come on, get out of there. Come on, Tony. Don't be a jerk. I'd ask him if he was drunk, but this particular era of Tony Stark did not drink at all. Got our spare fists here. Be very careful with them. All right. All right. So he was very cool right out of the gate. Posable. Doing the thing. So you could like right out of the gate. Did it fit in there? No. Oh, these are supposed to go in here. Yeah, so these are your feet ones. Come on, get in there. Come on, man. Don't embarrass me in front of my friends, Tony. I'll fuck you up. And then you could do a little bit of this here. Do a little bit of this here. And just be like, yo, I'm Iron Man flying around, fuck you! You know, I love it. So cool, man. Like, as a kid, if they'd have made a figure of this Iron Man, I would have lost my shit. I would have been like, Ma, I don't care. I want this figure. I love this character. You don't even know. You know, because in '86, I was like, yeah. I was like, all about this guy. All about this guy. Yes. I was actually looking at a couple of those today, sir. I'm not sure, like, if all of you that have bought them, particularly from Amazon, PM me links to the ones that you've had good success with. Great success, and I want to get a bunch of them. Because I got myself a few Iron Men now, and I've got some other flying peoples. So, plus I want to get one that is a bit more heavy duty, and I want to build up like some sort of ice platform for Bobby Drake there. So you're gonna laugh at me about Kui from Mandalorian and the Smith's toy in my hometown. Didn't know it was there until December last year for £3 and bought 2 of them. 2 of Kui. Quill. Oh, that's a Kui. You know what, man? I would never make fun of you for that purchase. It's a solid purchase at that price. I have spoken. That's it. You're good. You're all right. Now, before I unbox that, this is technically not a Marvel Legends figure. I will explain. Let me pull them out, and then we'll talk about it. This is an AliExpress Juggernaut knockoff, who is freaking amazing. Just to show you, compared to Tony, in terms of scale. Let me pull them out. Look at that. Look how big that is. He's perfect. I love him. At 3 Fortnite skeletons due to clearance pricing, so no judgment. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I'm a cheapskate, but I love that character. I have whimpered. Fair enough. Fair enough. See, lots of support and chat for that. So in the bag, we got alternate hands. So essentially, for both sides, you have 2 fists. Whoop, God damn it. At least they're big hands. And 2 grabby hands. You get 2 of these, 1 for each side. Now, oh goodness. Oh God. Oh God. Come on, man. I chastise myself for my weight usually at this point, but I have to realize that hang on, the desk wheel is caught in the damn garbage bag. A year ago, I would not have been able to bend over while sitting to get that hand. Wouldn't happen. So I want to be nice to myself. But Juggernaut. Look at that guy. He's massive. He poses great. One problem. No foot pegs. So I got to figure out a way to make foot pegs for him. Other than that, amazing figure. Love him. AliExpress. Great bootleg. Like, that's a great figure. Great figure. Juggernaut. Cheers, Brendan. Be safe getting home. I don't have that running picture. You never shared the picture. You told me about it, never actually shared it with me. At least not that I can remember.
Hi.
My beer's here.
Oh, perfect. Got it. Thank you. You're welcome. The ID? Oh, yeah. Hold on 1 second. Thank you.
So we got one more.
You can use the other side.
I honestly don't know. Jimmy Salzberg found him and said, "Hey, you want one?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm not gonna say no to that. Free Juggernaut.
Thank you. I'll be right back. Okay.
So we got this here, Statler and Waldorf. Now I've complained about the packaging on these guys. This one's justified. Wait till you see.
Very much. You guys have a good night.
Ooh, comes a little catalog. Keeping that mamma jamma. Thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
Got a chair. I don't know which one's Statler versus Waldorf, but Got that. Now, check this out. Another chair. Oh, almost dropped it. Dropped it that time. They used the whole ass package in this because you got this base that you put this on. You slide it on. Like, do we slide it on? I don't want to put it together permanently or anything. Probably instructions in here somewhere. I better check for instructions, but oh, I get it now. I think like that. I don't know. I'll break it. But you got this, and this goes behind it, right? So I guess it would be like, I don't know. The point is, you got this box for them to sit in. This whole box, this theater box for them to sit in, and they got their chairs, which I'll see if I can sit them on there. See how well it works. It's a hard plastic, which I guess you can kind of get away with it. I'd have to mess with it a little bit, but it's definitely there. That is a whole thing. But I was very excited to get these figures because some of the best hecklers ever made, ever created in any pop culture ever. Here it is here, shell. Somehow, some way, in some way or form or another. Some way or form or another. But yeah, you got 3 bubble pieces just to hold all that stuff in that little package. Now, are there instructions on the box as to how to... Not really. Just kind of has a picture. So what they're... I'm hoping I can take it apart. That's the thing I'm worried about right now. Okay, I get it now. So this goes in here. Doesn't look like it's a permanent snap. Oh, I got it backwards. We'll try it out. Probably won't hurt anything. It doesn't appear to snap. I am literally out of line here. All right. So it just slots in there like that. It feels like it slots in nice, but you can take it off. And then I'm guessing this just kind of... What? There are slots here, but for what? Oh. This goes across the top. Oh. Been holding it upside down the entire time. It's not the most sturdy thing in the world, but look at that. Right? You just kind of hang them out in there. I gotta get the chair off the floor, but like, that's not bad. For $20, you get this. $20. Like, I don't want to hear about, oh, you can't freaking make playsets anymore. Bro. Toy industry. Bro. Just fuck that shit. Like, in a world where I can get a Statler and Waldorf playset for $20, including the figures, come on. Come on. Australian verse up right up. Yeah. Not wrong. Hang on. Get that box in there. So I can take this off. At least get it out of my... Sort out of my way. Okay. Alright, Cher. Come here. Come here, Cher. Okay. Alright. Roll made a cardboard here a little bit before going to bed. Waldorf has a mustache. Thank you. Good to know. So I'll think Statler and Stature because he's tall. Lots of articulation on these guys. All right, so Statler fits much better in the chair than Waldorf appears to. It's all right though. I'll try to simulate nonetheless. Let's put these up. In there, Waldorf. Don't be a dick, be a dude. All right, not the best, but what's that fat guy doing? I think he's taking his toys out of the box. Out of the box and lower their value. There you go. But I love me some Muppets. I love these toys. So yes, Bjorn, that brings me to another feature video coming up. So I'm going to take footage from the unboxing of the Nyland Copter and from us finding the copter, which World Meta Cardboard really was the one who did it. And I'm going to make a feature video with the completed one. Now, I have some plastic weld coming so I can fix the gun. It's not going to be here until this weekend. I ordered it like last week. If the plastic weld would be here soon enough, I'd be doing that this week, but I'm not. So it'll be the Adventures in Game Chasing recap video this week, and then next week should be the Nyland one because that's an important piece in the collection, and it was a very insane gift from several people, and it deserves its own video. So that's what's coming. Let me see if I can get these bags in here. But yes, without World Meta Cardboard, wouldn't have happened. So thank you. $20? Isn't that what the Bears spent on comedy lessons? Yes, there you go. There you go. So we're gonna try to see what we can do. Get all this in one bag. I kind of doubt it's gonna happen. Maybe? No, it's not gonna happen. So what we'll do, this will be one bag. Okay. That's one. In the second bag, I'll have everything else. Put this in the bottom. It's kind of a receptacle of sorts. There we go. Just sent 2 running pics of Juggernaut. Then I will pull them up as soon as I can. In 1 second here. I'll try and clear this out just to kind of have all these handy. Plus, I got to put them away after the stream anyway. What am I doing? I'm not thinking straight. That's what I'm doing. All right, hang on. There you go. So that's a picture of him like in a running kind of stance. So very cool figure. Very cool figure, and I'm very happy to have him. Very happy to have him. So very happy. And she's unboxed on depackaging some trail mix right now. World My Carbos. If I set Waldorf and Statler to my desk, I would always feel like they're heckling me all day long. I might get a second one just for that purpose. I'm not even joking. Have I got time for Q&A after unboxing? Do I have a little time for a little bit of Q&A after unboxing?
Sure.
Are you good, though?
Yeah.
Oh, well, if she's good, I'm good. So, yeah, we do a little bit of Q&A. But, for burning questions, I'm doing an FAQ and AMA feature video coming up. If you want to get that in there, follow that link. You'll be able to ask me questions. I'll be able to, catalog everything and get it done for you. So, yes, I will stick around for a little bit here. But if you got some deeper questions you want to ask, consider filling that out, because I think you'll enjoy that video. There's already a lot of cool stuff that has been asked that I cannot wait to answer. And if you ask it here, and I already have it as a subject for the video, I'm going to say you'll just have to wait for the video, and you're going to go, "Aw," and it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Everything will be fine. Come on, damn it. All right. So, I guess now would be that time to kind of do the thing. So yeah, Q&A. I got a beer. Let's hang out. Let's chat. Let's party. I did not open any of my Final Faction stuff because we got started so late, and that'll be a whole stream unto itself probably at this point. So you didn't miss anything. Fault to the new Halo trailer. Short version. I like it overall. I understand that the Master Chief voice couldn't be the same guy because they got a different actor. I think it's fine. The big problem for me is that Cortana's not blue. That's a problem for me. Karen Ball says they gotta get some sleep now. Thanks for the live stream. Take fun. Dude, thank you for staying up, mate. I know that can't have been easy, so thank you for all the support. We love you very much. We'll see you soon. Okay? All right. Beer. You dropping trail mix?
Yes, it's delicious.
When you said I thought it was like an alarming noise, like you dropped it.
No, that was my yummy noise.
Oh. Jason Garcia, when are you going to fall into the money trap as Japanese import figures? I have a Mezco. It was a gift. And I have 2 Mafex, which weren't gifts, but I got them and I'm paying on them. I don't know that I would ever fall into that trap. There's one particular SH Figure Arts line that I want to collect. It's not horrible, but the timing of when it's dropping, I don't know how that's going to work. So if you would do me a solid, Jason, click the link or bookmark it. Make sure you put that in the survey so I don't forget to do that. That's a great question, and I have a longer answer for that that I'll put in the video. Okay, but thank you, I appreciate that. Jesse Hughes says, "When is Jill going to do the Mass Effect video?" I don't know. When is Jill going to do the Mass Effect video?
What Mass Effect video?
I think on Christmas or somewhere.
Oh, you were supposed to play. You're supposed to play it.
Oh, I have to play it before we do the video on it?
Yeah, I mean, you have to. There has to be something to do the video on.
Well, I think they want you to talk about it.
Oh, okay.
But she's not wrong in that I have to play it, and I do have access to it. But downloading it is taking 5 ever because of the internet we have here. So what we probably have to do, and I'm not even. Hi, Bucky. This is Bucky. Up here. Everyone see you. Everyone see you. Look. There you go. See? Hi. You miss Papa? Is that it? Hi. Hi, baby. Do you like being up close to me like this in a way that you can control? I bet you do. I bet you do. Hey, don't be rude. It's not playtime now. It's not playtime. Go bite your mother or something. Come on, you're shedding all over my nice tablecloth. Weirdo. But that's her. Uh, but what we should do, honestly, we should like queue it up for download and then just lock the door and go to like a friend's house for the weekend. So when I come back, maybe it'll be downloaded. That's probably how I'd have to do it. Bjorn asks if we're going to see more of Sue's. I mean, honestly, yeah, but that's 100% up to her. You know, if it is something that she wants to comment on or be in a live stream or something, we can talk about that for sure.
Yeah.
But she's always.
I'm always just right here.
Yeah, she's right there.
Yeah.
You can't see her, but she's right there. She's always here. Orbit Carbon says, I really need to go to bed. Just so you're streaming, recovering from COVID this past week. We also had COVID last week as well, which is the main. Well, it's the only reason there wasn't a video last week. And thank you. She is cute, but don't let her fool you. Good night, my friend. It's wonderful to have you here as always. And there you go. She's just shit. 100%. 100%. Ben says, no big question. Just maybe a conversation around the sweet. I love you. You got to stop. Just maybe a conversation around the sweet spot for the YouTube community live streams. You think I deserve a lot more attention. Oh, appreciate that. I don't know if there is one. I come from a Twitch background, and even there, I hear the same thing. You should be bigger. Yeah. But just like there, I don't want to like play to the algorithm very much. I try to avoid it. So here I try to be consistent, and in Twitch the same thing. You want to be consistent with what you're doing. No. Don't you fucking! I will start throwing shit at you. You have no idea. I have a box of 50 of these. Watch it go.
Now she's gonna go play with it.
That's fine. Just make sure she doesn't eat it.
Yeah.
I hit her right. It flipped end over end. The tip going bink right on the top of her head. She went, and it flipped across the room. I'm very proud of myself for that one. It's a ballpoint pen, not gonna hurt anybody. She was like, oh, like what? But to be fair, she's brutal. Like you see all these, like these scratches and little bite marks and stuff. That's all from her being nice. Imagine when she's not being nice. So, little ballpoint pen should be all right. Should be all right. But you need to be consistent in both places, and I try to be. And I feel like I don't know that there's uh, a tried and true method to get more attention. I myself really prefer. I like to gather communities of people that really understand what I'm going for and or like what I do. I don't want to change what I do to cater to them. I take suggestions. I certainly want to give the community what they want, but I'm never going to do that at the expense of what I'm here to do or to have fun, if that makes sense. Which again, part of why I probably never made it that big on Twitch. Ben follows up by saying, really enjoy the all things 80s, 70s in the chat, which 70th in the chat. Okay, yeah. Which I deserve, and then retro blasting. Not too many people for the chat to work it on unless you super chat. It's hard to keep up with for sure. And Dean is a great friend, and if you happen to be watching this, brother, I love you. Message me anytime. You know, I'm happy with what I get, man. The fact that you guys are here is amazing. I push numbers for your benefit because when you have like the next step would be the monetization features. So it's more things you guys can do. And when people come in and see a stream that has those features, they tend to stick around, whether it's on a stream or a video or whatever. It's just human nature. I get it. It's fine. So that's why I push as hard as I do, is so we can get to a place where, all right, the same reason that Michael's pushing for 100K, because once you hit 100K, there's certain things that don't happen to you that happen to smaller channels and so forth. And plus, he just deserves it, honestly. Bjorn's cat scratched the hell out of his leg earlier. No fun. Jason Garcia says double-edged sword with bigger live streams, greater communities, but you lose the intimacy of smaller streams, just like concerts and stadiums. Exactly. Something that I see a lot of folks doing that not enough people do is turning on slow chat. So you're forcing people to think through what they're saying, and the chat comes at a slower rate. I think that when you're in a place that has a couple hundred people watching or more, you need to have slow mode on. If you don't, you're kind of screwing yourself. It forces people to be more thoughtful, discourages trolly people, and it makes it an easier stream to keep up with most of the time, I find. I've never been in a position where I felt compelled to do that. Only once or twice have I had like really big streams, but in both those situations, it was just go through, right? Um, but it's certainly something that I don't know. It is certainly something to think about. No, I know you don't want me to change anything, but you were like, "What's the sweet spot? Like, how do you get there?" And I'm having a discussion about that. Fill out the thing so I can revisit that in the video because I think it's a great question. 'Cause I get that a lot. It's an FAQ for sure. People are like, "Why aren't you bigger?" I'm like, I don't know. I've been doing YouTube for damn coming up on 16 years, and I've had a total of 4 channels total, all 4 of which still exist in some form. Wait, hang on. Well, three. I had a fourth one, but it was just an offshoot to try and make things easier to organize. But as far as like front-facing stuff, I've got the original Grindhead Gym. I've got this one, Grindhead Gym Streams, and I've got the That Ruled one, which is horribly neglected. Um, but in the last 16 years, I've been doing it, and I learned a lot with it. And I I can tell you what I think happens, what I see happening, what I'm willing to do and what I'm not willing to do. And like, I'm not going to stop dressing like this. I'm not going to stop swearing. I'm not going to stop being who I am authentically. I'm not going to chase views with things I'm not interested in, if that makes sense. Um, one of the things that I've been having a back and forth with the patrons about is how to tackle the catch up for Motu Origins. If I just really just like kicked back on a weekend, I got out my light box, and I could just do every figure, do multiple videos, and just have like content for 3, 4, 5 months. I don't want to do it that way. There are channels out there that do the single figure reviews way better than I'll ever do them. It's not my style. I like longer form videos, so for me, um, I want to do it in waves or do like 2 big videos. Like, here's all the stuff, but I don't want to shortchange what I'm talking about. So they might be very long videos, but I think that's the direction I'm going in. But it's just an example of like if I wanted like easy numbers, and again, this is not a criticism of anyone who does single figure reviews. It's just it would be simple to drive some numbers, algorithmically speaking, if I doled out like 2 single figure video reviews a week on the stuff I already have, even for stuff that's already out. Like statistically, that would work very well. But it's not something that I have any interest in doing. I prefer to have these kind of things where like I'm unboxing it, here's what I have, and then they'll eventually make their way into larger videos at some point as we go through. So no shirtless gym stream. First of all, it's against terms of service on Twitch, and no, you don't want that anyway. Don't worry, BR, I'll never stop swearing, God damn it. You want a band shirt collection vid?
We don't have that much time in a day.
No. It would take like a couple days to film. I'm not even joking. Like there's that many shirts. To pull them all out, put them in a space where you could film them, put them back. The only way we could do that is if we had a closet where they're all hanging up, and then we just had the lighting in the closet go, here's this shirt, da 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 da. Here's this shirt, da da da, and it would take like all day to film it. Like I'm not joking. It would take a long time, and it would just be like edit. It would never would be a live stream though. But it's not a bad idea. Hat collection would be easier. Hat collection would be easier. Not by much, but it'd be easier. Have to be a 2-3-parter. Shirt vid the 24-hour fundraiser. Yeah, for more shirts. It's a good idea though. Ben says it's a nice thing to communicate live with people around the world about things you love. It can be a lonely world, and getting replies and chat from the host can help. It's too big a channel. Too big a channel is as I know what you mean. Some channels can get too big where you don't get that kind of feedback. And Suze can tell you from experience that there have been times on Twitch where I got to where I was doing like 40, 50, 100 people a night. I always try to make it a point to interact with chat. It was always something that was a priority. 1,500 band shirts. I don't have that many. I have a lot though. That's for sure. Lonely as no. Be a lonely world. I know what you meant. I'm not even trying to make sense of the typing. I can't do it. I'm tired. It's the whole thing. But I get you. Like hell, it's not just band shirts. Like I have a lot of other T-shirts as well. And I ordered a new one today. His friends are having a party this weekend, and like all of them like have certain animals that they really identify. Like they're not furries, but they're they identify with a certain animal. Like I've always identified with badgers and polar bears. Right. So I always joke that I'm part polar bear. So everyone's gonna wear like a costume of like their spirit animal or whatever. And the real reason behind this is that the four main people throwing the party all have big onesies, like pajamas, again, not an actual like costume of said animals. So they can just show up in the stuff they would normally just lounge in PJ wise and be fine. I don't have a polar bear outfit. Okay. So what I did is I took the grumpy bear, Care Bear that's in the opening of my videos. I bought a shirt of him, and I got these like kitschy, like puffy white ears. I'm just put them right on top of the damn hat. Like now I'm a polar bear. And that's gonna be how I show up. You know,
Bucky, really?
ran out of characters. Thank you. Just kind of turn her and say, "Leap that a ways." I'm glad she's so interested, but bum 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 bum. Wish you had that many down to like 5. I gotcha. We're out of your high school shirts. Yeah, I did too. I've rebought some shirts. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I wish I have like 1 or 2 from high school. They don't fit, obviously, but I've rebought some shirts like 6 times. Not necessarily because of outgrowing them or whatever, because I wear them so much that they would just fall apart on me. Like Disrupt shirts in particular. Like I've had the same 3 Disrupt shirts for like forever. It's the whole thing. Answered by action. Yeah, there you go. Yingling tonight. Okay, yeah. You're like Yingling, and I'm like, perfect. So epic badges identify with badgers. So when someone approaches your den, do you scream, kick the dirt, and charge several feet? Yeah, I do that. She can verify that too. I don't do well with unexpected visitors. If that gives you any clue. Like I hate unexpected visitors. Like it pisses me off. Like big time. Like if you're coming to my house, tell me you're coming over. Don't spring that shit on me. Hate that shit. And I was like, ah! But the reason I didn't have badgers, I had a Shawnee, which is a subsect of Algonquin, Native American shaman, he observed me for like a few months, and he said, "I know what your spirit animal is. It's a badger." I'm like, "Huh?" He says, "You're fiercely protective. You can be aggressive when threatened, and when you're trying to make a point, you roll your shoulders forward and put your hands on your thighs to lean forward," which is all true. They're all very similar traits to the badger. I love you so much. But you gotta get off of this table, please. But yeah, see, there you go. I absolutely do that. I totally scream, kick the dirt, charge several feet. Absolutely. I, man, Ben, I get heavy all the time, and it's not a fat joke. Like I will talk about anything. Like it's not a problem. Like it's totally cool, totally cool. Um, Good to know, Bjorn. That means you're not going to have me all aggressive in your face if you come over to my house. No, she doesn't. She wants to mess with stuff that she can get on top of. I'd love to think that she wants to hang out with me, but that's not really true. It's not really true. She's like, everything's different up here. There's different color stuff. And usually, like when we're having a stream, there's stuff on there. She knows she can't jump up. Like she'll like go looking. But now, like for the first time in a very long time, at the time of night when she starts to get zoomy, this is just a flat surface for her to jump upon. So that's a whole thing. As the kids say, it's an entire mood. So, all right, I'm gonna finish this beer, and when this beer's done, we're done. Jason is absolutely right. Cats just being cats. Damn straight. Cats are dicks.
Cat's got a cat.
Some cats just like you more than other people. This is a fact. All right. I had to make sure I didn't have any 911 messages on my phone, like, "Oh my god, something's burning" or whatever. But no. Um. So a lot of those figures that we undid today were like bookends to other things I already had, like the Statler and Waldorf. That's the next to last figures that I need to complete the re-release of the Muppets line. So the only one I have left is Sam the Eagle and Rizzo the Rat. They come in one package. So I'm pre-order from Big Bad. When that's here, that's the last one I can get. So um, I I still want that bomber, but he's a hard character to get a hold of. Very hard character to get a hold of. Jim Salzberg says, "Hey chat. On a serious note, which I've shared with Jim, I'm 50 on on the 10th of February, and 7 years since your twin brother passed. This could be the first happy birthday since then." We try our best, man. What day of the week is the 7th? Let me look. It's next Monday. Jim, you want to come on the show next Monday? I don't think I have a guest lined up. If I do, I'm screwed. I'll have to move him. But if you want, you can come on the show for your birthday. Granted, you might want to go have a birthday. I don't want to put you on the spot, but think about it. If you want to, we'll have you on the show, and we'll just talk, man. Heavy is good in all means of the word. Senior drumming now. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. It's Thursday. When is it Thursday? I'm staring at it. February 10th. I 7 years. I thought 7th. You're right. It is Thursday. All right, folks. I can read. I'm really good at reading, and now I've made a complete ass of myself. Um, well, we'll figure something out. If it's something you decide you want to come on the show about, we can do that. Completely up to you. Um, I have plans to bring other folks, other community members on. Some of them need to get internet problems fixed. You know who you are. Um, we'll figure it out. And granted, if it's something special, like just like with Gojatron, um, he couldn't do it on a Monday. He works. He had to do it on Wednesday. We did that. I should say that I'm going to be a guest on someone else's show. It's totally unrelated to toys. Um, it's a retro gaming channel called Retro Wolf, and he is having me on to talk movies, which is one of my big things. That'll be Wednesday. So let me find a link to that so I can post it in the chat. Actually, I will post it in the community. On the community tab of the channel, I'll post it there for you guys. So you can readily find it. It'll be easier for me. We'll do it that way. That'd be cool, Bjorn. He says, I'll pass. Maybe I can go to stores and open boxes. There you go. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, there's stuff coming. So we'll do the Adventures in Game Chasing vlog this week, and then we'll do the Island video next week, provided that the plastic weld gets here and I'm able to fix it. Spoiler alert, I believe there is one piece missing. It's not a huge deal. On the top of that helicopter, there's like two hooks. Well, like two pegs you put hooks on. And there's hooks on the pulley system it comes with. But there was also a hook with a handle on it. And so you could fly it around like that. And the reason that happens when you pull up on the pegs, that's what engages the motor that turns the light on, gets the rotors going, that whole thing. I don't think that piece is with the copter. It would have been easy to miss. I forgot that existed until I looked it up after having received it. I don't know that I'll ever find that part by itself, nor am I on this massive hunt to find it, because it's something you can easily make something to approximate, right? You could get one of those 3-clawed uh, garden things, cut the end off, and then or like cut the middle out and like refashion it, put hooks on. There's a billion different ways you could do it. So I'm not like, oh, it's not complete. For all express purposes, it is. But that's the one thing it doesn't have. So I'm gonna have to mention that in the video. But so that's coming next week. So like basically it'll be like I said, the movie vlog this week, and then next week will be the Island Copter, and then we have some other stuff coming down the pike, and we'll go from there. The FAQ AMA, that probably will need to get done next week for the following week. So I think I'll like pull that down late this week and so forth. So, so if you're watching this after the fact, you have until we'll call it a week. We'll call it the 7th of February to get that done, and I'll remove the links from the description after that. So, but all that said, let me finish this beer so I can actually say goodbye because I made a promise. Almost done, chat. All gone. All done. So, thank you guys for a lovely hour and 45 minutes. I really appreciate you guys being here. It was fun. With all apologies to the Retro Blasting community and the crossover and all that stuff. I appreciate each and every one of you. We'll see you on Thursday for the premiere of the Adventures of Game Chasing recap video. And in the meantime, you know where to find me. I love you guys. Good night.